here. Come on, let's get those jazz hands going. Let's see the jazz hands. Come on, babyface P. There you go. There's your jazz hands. There's Joe from 13C Gun Reviews doing jazz hands. We are live. We are live. Hopefully the signal's coming across clearly to the folks out there, because it was not yesterday. This is episode 298. 2 episodes away from 300 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. What's that?
That's just awesome. That is that's cool.
We are crushing it, as they say. Crushing it. And this one we're calling this one we didn't land on the moon. The moon landed on us. I don't know if you get that or not. I don't know if you get that reference or not. It's kind of like a mix of Malcolm X, the movie, and what's going on. Right? I think Steph Curry said that we did not. He doesn't believe we landed on the moon. Debatable. I mean, we can have. I think we should have that debate again. We had it not too long ago.
Did we? Oh God,
I think so. I think the last time Joe was on, we were talking about this. So. Right, Joe?
The moon, possibly flat Earth. I can't remember. Maybe a little of both.
Right. Whenever Joe comes on, I like to torture him with this.
You do.
I get an enjoyment out of having these conversations with Joe, because he's like, how does he trap me into this craziness every single time? So that's according to SpaceForce. SpaceForce says the moon landed on us. We'll talk about it. There is no Space Force, so we're just making it up. You know, you're a general in Space Force, and I'm a general, and you're a general. Everybody out there is a general. So that's what's going on here on Wednesday. It's haircut day, you know. Got the haircut popping up in here. Nice. Got the haircut going on. We've got Joe from 13C Gun Reviews. There he goes. Hey. What's up, Joe?
Kind of the same old. I know we got some different news stuff to get into. There's all kinds of insanity going on news-wise, kind of today.
Yeah, I think there is. There's a lot of things going on out there. Lots of stuff for us to discuss, good and otherwise. You know, we'll definitely have some Gorn. We'll have some Gorn that we'll bring to you guys. You know, I'll have some. Babyface P will have some.
I got something hanging around.
Yeah, he's rocking a SHOT Show hat that I don't even know where he got it from.
Definitely didn't steal it from you and Lola. That's definitely not.
Yeah,
definitely not.
I don't know. These hats like disappear into a black hole.
My other one's in the car.
It's like his head is absorbing the hats.
Yeah, that's how I get smarter.
Yeah,
slowly, little by little, they get right in.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk to Babyface P2. You had your first day on your new gig, right?
Yeah, today was day number 2.
Okay, awesome. You doing good?
Yeah, it's weird. Working from home is such a weird thing. I'm gonna have to get used to being by myself all day with the dog. So it's gonna take some getting used to, making a schedule out of it. Because you're used to, like, when you're home, it's like, yeah, I can sleep till whenever. I can get up and have some coffee and have breakfast. But no, now my house is my office, so I gotta change my way of thinking. But I'll get used to it.
Get up the same time every day, no matter what.
That's what I need to do.
Yeah, even on the weekends. So we've got that going on. I'm waiting for everyone to get in here. As you come in, please, I just want to remind everyone out there, very, very important thing, to make sure that you're subscribed. I know, some people, I know you guys might be subscribed, but make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, ring the bell. Where, like, when you subscribe, then there's like a bell next to it. You have to ring that. Then you have to stand on one foot and hop around like that. And hopefully you'll get notified when we're doing these. So it's getting crazy out there, but we got to ask for that. That's very, very, very important here. Let me see. I'm going to try to go down here also and shout out the peoples who are here. Wheels says, I'm actually first. Hell really must have frozen over. So see, someone gets to be first here. No one has a monopoly on being first. Then after that comes SoCal Gunner, Christopher Williams, Jade Grew, Rob Avis, Richard Hughes, S-Man 7290, Psycho 316, Ridge Runner as well, The Archangel, Flopping Garbage also in here. Let's see who else we got. We got Chris Bullis, and Lewis 1911, Rob D, New York Outcast, Greg 98K, Big Dick Willie.
Big Dick. Got to fill in for Walter.
Yeah, Walter likes that. Walter likes Walter likes Big Dick Willie. So he's not here to defend himself.
I know.
These attacks. So, but Walter's probably listening somewhere, cursing our name. Let's see who else we got. We got Boss Hog, Rick Day. I think I said SoCal Gunner. I think I did. Vanessa Kitty as well. Also here, Vanessa Kitty, Kiaski. Let's see who else. Who else do we have? We've got Boob Sweat, and Boob Sweat leads to pearl necklaces.
Happens.
Yep. And that's not me. That's someone's name. That's a legit name that I'm reading. Special K also here, Screaming Skull Saloon. Who else do we have? Who else do we have in here? David Cardinal, I Shoot My AK Naked, is here as well. Let's see. Calico Jack, Pixamite 1. Pixamite is smashing down on the railways. And he says, make sure you hit the thumbs ups as well. So that's a couple of things in there. You got to hit the thumbs ups. It's very cool. We appreciate those. Really important. Subscribe, ring the bell. Really important. Let's see. Who else? Moob Jiggles. Also here, Moob Jiggles. And Turbo 99 Miata as well. Simpson Road Larry, Peter Machuco, Kenny Van Cleve, John O'Neill. And Bricks is also here. So I think that's everyone. I don't know if I missed anyone, but shout out to everyone there. RTS guy. Lola, seriously. Tiptoe gently in the studio.
Through the tools.
Okay, and then she's gonna walk heavier. And then you're throwing down more stuff. Seriously? Oh, this is why I usually just leave Lola alone, because the more aggravated she gets, the more noise is going to be made back there. So I see Tasman just came in. Okay, I think that's it. We got all the shout outs out of the way. So congratulations to everyone in getting the shout outs. Joe is handling the business right now, apparently. So
I'm still here.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see who else we got. We got True at 49 coming in. Okay, so let me see. I don't know where to start. Should we start with some new stuff?
Can I just
Lola wants to start with your first day. Go ahead, babyface. What's up?
Oh no, I was just gonna throw something out there. I've never seen people post about the Poseidon suppressor. Ever. Nobody's ever talked about it until I put something out there, and then it's freaking everywhere. I'm just saying.
Poseidon, are you talking about that 9mm wet one?
Little tiny one? Yeah, now on the Firearms blog, they just posted a thing about an EDC dump, and guess what it is? It's a Glock 43 with the Thompson machine Poseidon on the front.
Oh, okay.
Like, what was it, like a week after I posted that video, Military Arms channel had, like, posted his review of it.
Yeah, I'm sure he had that sitting around a long time before you.
Trendsetter.
Yeah, he had everything before everybody.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So, is your video blowing up? Is it?
No, of course not. Of course not. Military Arms channel did.
You got to have a strategy here. You got to have a strategy.
Wait for one person to bring something out and then clone it.
Yeah, you got to learn how to work your video, man.
Right. That's right.
You got to get up on that. That's how this whole situation works. So Lola wants to know how your first day was, baby.
It wasn't bad. It's weird. Lots of paperwork. Very slow start. So they didn't throw me to the wolves, which was nice. But it's gonna take some ramp up time, and just getting used to being at home all the time is going to take time. So, but so far it's not been too bad. Okay, cool. I see Walter and Tyven show out there. Shout out to Walter. Woot woot.
Yeah. So, and what's going on with you? What's going on with you, Joe?
Mostly the same old. Weird weather up here. I mean, obviously it's winter, it gets cold, but there's been a lot of freezing rain / sleet up here, which has really negatively impacted my ability to get any videos done.
Wow. We've had like nothing. we've also had nothing but freezing sunshine here. So I could. It's been a little cold here, man. It's been getting down to like 30 degrees every now and then.
Oh, that's nice. No, I went out. Like there was finally some halfway decent weather Sunday afternoon. I went out there. I tried to do a little bit of long range shooting, and set up, and I did some shooting at 250. And I moved myself back to 450, and got a couple rounds off, but my fingers were just too damn cold. It was freaking horrible. You know, the wind that was coming across the field was, while not insanely bad, it was just enough with the cold. I wasn't dressed heavily enough for it. And then of course, you know, at that point, by the time I get done with family stuff, sun's going down, and you know, I'm done for the day. But
can't you, so when you're shooting long distance, don't you have a pickup truck?
No, I've got a Jeep, and I do have a UTV here on the farm.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you can't just like be in the truck or something like that, you know,
and
with the nice heat going, and then shoot out of that.
Yeah, I could always try and do something maybe out of the Jeep. I could just drive it out there into the field and try and set something like that up, but I don't know.
Yeah, just open up you have to open up the back of it. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. Someone should build some kind of indoor shooting range for the wintertime for people, you know.
They've got a just east, well, not just east of here, but almost on the Ohio border, still in Indiana, is Young's Long Shot, and they actually have some heated shooting positions that are. It's kind of, I don't know, some kind of like small trailer that they put like little things that you can lift up to shoot out of. And I haven't been out there in forever, but that would work. But for me, it's like 3.5 hours from here, which, you know, basically makes shooting an all day event. And I just, well, you stay busy too. You know what, you just can't regularly take 6 hours out of your day just to drive time to get somewhere.
Oh no, not for shooting. Not for shooting. I mean, like for me, man, when I have to go shooting, it's like tragic. It literally takes me like 3 steps. No, I'm gonna stop messing with you.
No, I hear you. For me, it's about 100 yards.
Yeah.
Well, depending on where I'm going to be shooting at.
I mean, yeah, you've got your own place. It's just a darn winter, right?
It's the winter that sucks.
Yeah. But you have to condition to be. I mean, what if there was something out there that you could eat? You're gonna have to. You have to get out there and shoot it, right?
Well, I mean, do I go out there and shoot it? Do I let it shoot itself? I don't know. It's like, did we land on the moon, or did the moon land on us?
Oh boy. Okay. All right.
and that right there is why I don't really do any hunting other than predator hunting, because I don't have I've neither the time nor the patience nor the winter fortitude to sit in a tree stand somewhere for hours and wait for a deer to come by. There's no way.
Yeah. And then also, because I've never done any of this, so let's say you're out there. Let's say you do go out there in the winter and you shoot something. Do you have to like start, you know, skinning that thing and everything right there, or I'm assuming you do, right?
So if I was going to keep it, yeah, you've either got to do it there or get it back and inside, you know, like inside the barn or somewhere so it doesn't freeze, because you know you want to get to it before the pelt freezes and the meat and stuff, and that's so that you know, you've got that to deal with. For me up here when I shoot coyotes though, I just, you know, I don't really, you know, I'm not like keeping the pelt or anything, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. They just, wherever they lay, that's where they lay.
Wherever they lay, and then you know, the friends are going to come and try and have a snack, and well, you know, it's going to turn out poorly for them. It's not going to go as
okay. Okay, so are the coyotes cannibals? Do they eat themselves?
If they lay out their dead long enough, yeah, they will. Another pack will definitely eat the other one. Now, you know, theoretically, I guess, will their spouse eat the other one after a while? I don't know. I don't necessarily give them time to do it, because normally once they get out there, and last time I shot, one of the last groups I shot was a male and female over 2 different nights, and the male came back trying to find his female, and you know, I didn't get time to figure anything out. Yeah. As soon as they pause, I take the shot. I don't wait to see what they're going to do. It's, you know, they cruise. I mean, if you done much coyote hunting?
No, I would love to. I would love to.
They seem to have insane endurance, because whenever they come out, I mean, it's like they float, guiding, run just across the field, because depending on how my visibility is, what time of day it is, how much snow cover, moonlight, or if it's dusk dawn. I'll see them come out of the tree lines. If I'm lucky, I'll see them as soon as they come out of the tree lines. I never hear them. No matter how I can try and go out, set up a call box or something, it's quietly across the snow and crunch, 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 right? These things can run full speed all the way across. You never hear anything. It's insane. I don't know how they do it. So anyway, I'll see them and they'll run 250 yards flat out, and then and you just pray and hope they pause. And if you don't think they're going to pause before they take a bad angle on you, you do something like, or something, a whistle or something, and for that split second they'll pause, and you got to be ready to take your shot immediately, or they're off on the run again. And yeah, you can try and shoot them on the run, but
that's what I was going to say. Can't you lead them?
They're fast.
Okay.
And at that range, it's deceptive how fast they're moving. And not saying that I haven't caught one, on the run, either speeding up or slowing down, but at any distance, it's not ethical to me to take a shot and risk wounding it or winging it or something like that. Every shot I've been lucky so far that every single shot I've taken, I've dropped every coyote I've hit within either exactly where it stood or it didn't make it more than 3 or 4 feet. So,
okay. All right. Let me shout out Disciple. Gave us $5.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
He says, "Hey, Hank, still here. Rock the brony at SHOT Show." Disciple is not giving up on the brony rocking. So there you go. Okay. He's I guess, Disciple is determined to get his way. All right. So here's what I wanted to do. Here's what I want to say. You're our special guest tonight, Joe.
Oh, thank you.
I know you've got a bunch of social media. You might want to figure out which one of those you want to promote, because we got stuff every day. We're on in December. We're giving away stuff. And what we're trying to do when we have folks like yourself, you've helped us all throughout the year. You're on. We want to make sure we give back some of the love to you. So everything in this box we're giving away to one person. You get to choose that person, and you get to choose where it's given away on. So I don't know which one of your social medias you want to promote.
I don't know. Let's ask the chat. Would you guys rather see like Facebook or Instagram?
Okay, here we go. And I know there's some people who don't have Facebook or Instagram. So
Hank's got me liking Instagram, so I vote Instagram.
Okay, there you go. Babyface has registered his vote.
That's right.
It's official.
Let's see. We could always well, no, we can't keep it necessarily YouTube, because then people would have to click off the video they're watching and go over to that one, wouldn't they?
Yeah, if they're doing it on mobile, I'm not sure if they can open it up in a separate. If you're doing it from home on a computer or something, you might be able to open up a separate thing and check it out. It's up to you. Whatever you think's going to work for you. If you want to do something like that, you can. We've done that. I think we did that sometime this week or last week with someone who was on. That they picked a YouTube video that they have, and then everyone who's watching us should be on YouTube. So if you want to do that,
that could work.
So we can let's see, pull up 13C gun reviews, I guess, right?
Yeah. How about we just go with the latest video? It was on some mag pump mag loaders.
Okay,
that's the latest video. It dropped like 2 days ago.
So it's for anyone looking, it's just 13C gun reviews, right?
Let's see what it is.
Boom.
Video.
Searching. You should see the logo.
Yeah. It just dropped. It thanks to YouTube suppression, it just stagnated. So
is it worth the money?
So I've seen it a couple different places. I've seen it at Barnauls. I've seen it at Optics Planet. They're both somewhere in the 120 to 140 range, depending on where you're looking at them. If you load a lot of mags and it comes with a lifetime warranty, I would say, and you don't have another mag loader, or you're looking at one to get, I think this one would be a decent one. So the video was on 2 of them. It was on the AR-15 loader, which will do 5.56 or 300 blackout and standard AR mags. And the other one was 9mm Luger, and they have different inserts for God knows how many different magazines. Now
that's cool.
So on the AR one, the bullets go in the hopper. It doesn't matter which direction the rounds go. They can either be facing left or right in there, but they do have to be facing left or right in the thing. And then you load your mags up. That's pretty cool. The 9mm is really cool because you just take the rounds and dump them in the hopper. It doesn't matter how they go in. You just dump them in the hopper, and it goes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So if you're using a bunch of rounds, so if you're shooting a bunch of rounds for over what's theoretically, allegedly, I guess, going to last you a lifetime, is $120 that bad? I mean, because what are like the Lula mag loaders, right?
Yeah, those things are like 30, 40. So you get
bucks.
3 or 4 of those.
But you still got to stick each round in there.
Versus how painful is it after a while? You're just like, oh god. Especially when Hank has to do multiple takes, and you're just like, oh, dude,
okay, that's it,
dude.
Yeah. Or mag dumps, or
multiple mag dumps, yeah,
or full auto.
Yeah, absolutely. So in that case, I would say, yeah, you know, it's pretty cool. I like it. You know, at the same time, you know, if you're not a high volume enough shooter, is it worth it for you? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm happy with what I've got now. It's been about 3 months since I had them in.
Cool.
I'm going to keep using them, and we'll see how they last long term. I mean, if anybody's going to put a ton of rounds through them and break them just through normal use, it's probably going to be me. So.
Yeah, awesome. So everyone go over, check out the video. What is it? Hold on.
It's
the
mag pump, one, yeah. Mag loaders.
Yeah, mag pump, mag loaders. There you go. It's there from Joe. Make sure you subscribe to 13C Gun Reviews. Like this video, comment on the video, folks. That's what we're asking you to do. I already made a comment on there. So go in, comment on it, and then you're going to get this. I'm going to show everything that's in here real quick. And somewhere, I guess, in the last half hour of the show, we'll pick someone out. Cool. So Gemtech hat in there, Gemtech suppressor hat in there, American flag on it. That's the first thing that's in. We've got some swag from our friend Tyven, the Tyven Show. So there you go, Tyven cup.
It's a pea cup.
Yeah. By the way, Tyven, the cup is polymer, not resistant.
God, are we doing this again? Your cup of coffee is going to get melted by the EMP.
I'm just teasing Tyven because I love it. Barnauls, we still have some of these Barnauls sweatbands left. These are the last of them. You're not going to see these again in 2019. So there you go. That's the last of those. Okay, this is kind of cool.
Hank, before you continue, I don't think I've told you. I started following, oh God, the guy that works at Barnauls that's like super buff.
Josh?
Yes, I started following him. That dude is super peppy all the time and positive, and the stuff he puts out is awesome. I'm just gonna throw it out
good
there.
Dude. Josh is a good dude.
Seems like it.
We have an episode where he came on and we talked about his book that he has out.
So shit that needs to be said or something like that.
Shit that needs to be said. Yeah, very good dude, Josh.
Yeah, he seemed really cool. So I started following him on Instagram. So
yeah, I'm a huge fan of him. And by the way, he had all those tattoos and everything way before Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm just saying. You know, and Josh is real with his shit. Tekashi is like fake gangster. So this is Key Mod, and this is something from NC Star, and it's kind of some Key Mod, like, you know, to cover up all the openings on the Key Mod if you want to close those up.
That's cool.
What these are. Yeah. That's from NC Star. Whole packet of those in there. That's actually pretty cool. Some Kel-Tec playing cards. Kaboom.
Cool.
Nice.
Kel-Tec playing cards. I must have had these for a long time because I can't remember the last time. You know,
anything with Kel-Tec.
I think I saw them at Shot Show last year in their booth. I think.
Oh, maybe I sent Lola over there to steal those. Because I am not above doing that. Not above it. Okay, a whole packet of Geisley stuff in here. So stickers, Geisley patches, etc. That's like a whole packet of those that are in here. This is just one person is getting all of this. Let's see. There's a ton of other patches going on in here and stickers. Like there's one from Kalishnikov USA, Karakal, Smith & Wesson. There's a Smith & Wesson one in there. There's a Hellbent sticker. This is a Wilder Tactical sticker right there for you. There's a Glock and all kinds of good stickers in here, I gotta say. I think I found a Kel-Tec sticker. Babyface, you said they changed their logo, right?
Me? No, I didn't say that. Did they?
Someone said they changed their logo.
Kel-Tec. Let's see.
Yeah, there's a Tyven Show pad in there to make notes. Like,
that looks the same.
Yeah, you can make notes to Tyven. Please, like, you make a note in there. Must troll Tyven today.
Their ad doesn't make a whole lot of sense though. If you go to the Kel-Tec website, the front thing that comes up is for the KSG, and it's like a camp light being knocked over. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but
I got to tell you, whoever's doing their marketing is a little crazy over there. I don't even know what this is. I have no idea. I don't know what this is.
It's a flag, I bet, for something.
Some kind of flag or something in there. A mystery.
Reloading?
There's a mystery. There's a mystery item in there. Mystery item. I don't want to open it and mess it up. So here's a Gem-Tec coffee mug. That's actually pretty cool.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, Gem-Tec coffee mug in there. I like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll leave that one out of the box. Now I'll leave it in there. There is a challenge coin from ATI Outdoors for the challenge coin collectors out there.
Cool.
Nice.
That's awesome. You get a gnome patch, tactical gnome patch. These are the last ones.
Those are rare.
Left.
Those are rare. The guns aren't made anymore.
Yep. A Hank Strange patch. Those are also not a lot. There's a Gem-Tec sticker.
Nice.
Yep. ATI patch. Bunch of other patches in here. Franklin Armory. I think there's a pink Gem-Tec patch. So hopefully, maybe we'll get a lady winning it. Fort Scott Munitions patch. Lots of good patches. There's a Glock. There's a little Glock keychain in there. There's a pen. Our friend opt out. No, not. Why do I say opt out of gun control? SoCal.
Keychain.
Bunch of Helix.
Yeah. So that's a paracord dipped in resin. So maybe once again a lady will get this, and it'll be like a little dual, or or a dude, whatever. Cool. Yeah, whatever you need to do. And looks like a Hollow Sun shirt in size extra large. So that's a ton of stuff.
Nice. That is cool.
That's a ton of stuff. We're giving all that stuff away. Care of 13C Gun Reviews. All you have to do, go over to his YouTube channel. You want to tell the folks about that, Joe? What to do over there,
so,
or what kind of stuff you're looking for, also to pick the winner. And we want to get someone who hasn't won anything yet to win this. So if you've won something, it'll be nice to go over there anyway if you've won something. But give some other people a chance. Go ahead.
So So head over there, 13C Gun Reviews. Subscribe, like the latest video, which is the one on the mag pump mag loaders, and then leave a comment for whatever you want. Put something in there like "Who Moved My Freedom" or WMMF or WMMFP, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And hashtag it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then we'll pick somebody. Maybe I'll have Babyface P pick somebody out of the comments, because I don't want to pick somebody off my own page.
Oh no! So would it help that down there?
You can't make me do it again, because you know who I'm going to pick. Somebody just flatters me a little bit, and I pick them.
All right, that's what I was going to say. What kind of flattery do you need, Joe? Like, what do these people need to put it there?
I don't know if I necessarily need any kind of flattery myself, but like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and that would be awesome. And then just leave whatever you feel like in the comment would be cool. And then I don't know, if it's going to be left on me, I may wind up just figuring out, counting like 1 through however many we have, and then put it in the random number generator and do it that way.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm horrible with trying to pick people out, because somebody's gonna wind up posting something that's near and dear to my heart. They're gonna know it, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, that's it right there. Maybe.
What the hell are you sending me, Babyface?
That's what you need to get me for Christmas. That's my Christmas present.
I'm gonna check my text here in just a minute. I'm trying to put up a thing on Facebook. Oh, so Instagram. I saw somebody shout out Instagram on here as well. So we'll do a secondary thing on our Instagram, 13C Gun Reviews, for me, and we'll send you guys out a patch of your choice here.
Cool.
On Instagram, if you comment on the post that I'm trying to make right now, if it will actually let me.
Yeah. Key has a comment for Babyface.
I saw that. That's why you can't let me choose.
Yeah.
Did you see what I sent, or what I linked in chat?
Yeah. Why did you send me a barrel full of ammunition that costs $4,000?
You should then turn around and send me a barrel full of ammunition, but physically send it here.
I'll tell you what. I'll hook you up with a box of Fort Scott
of 10mm, which I don't even have a gun for.
Because I love you. This is the good stuff from Fort Scott Munition.
The 10mm.
Yes. If you guys want to get some of this for someone you love out there, use the code HAG10.
Good segue. Good segue.
So there you go. I'll totally hook. But this barrel that costs $4,000.
Do you see how much it is though? It's 7,500 rounds.
I know it is awesome.
308. Could you imagine how awesome that would be?
Oh, wow. Well,
I actually cannot imagine how awesome, it is.
Well, that is awesome. All right, so we're gonna have. So Tyven just texted me from the Tyven show, and he said if you would like to add to the giveaway, I'll add on 1 2-steak gift pack from Omaha Steaks.
Oh, smoke.
Oh my God, that is so
steaks.
Awesome. That is so awesome.
Yeah, so you adding that to this?
So check that. I don't know. What should we do? Should we add that to that? Should we add it to the Instagram one, or should we also do one on Facebook so that there's like
it's up to you. Up to you, man. It is your show, however you want to rock it. You know, I think I like the idea of giving more people a chance to win stuff out there.
I do too. So I already made a post on Facebook earlier that I was going live with you. So if you're on Facebook, head to Facebook, facebook.com/gun reviews. Like the page while you're there. Add to notifications if you wouldn't mind. I only do like 1 or 2 posts a day anyway, max. And then the first post on there should be a link to this podcast you're watching right now, and leave like it and leave a comment on there, something whatever you got, and then we'll pick one off there, one off Instagram, and then one off the YouTube here, and then we got 3 different winners.
Okay, there you go. Cool. I'm gonna go in and comment on that.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's very cool.
I like to throw his meat around.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, Ivan's got the hookup. He's got the hookup.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So there you go. I went in and commented as well. So all you guys go in, comment on that. You know, so we've got multiple ways of winning. Joe's going to give something to someone on Instagram. I think the patch of your choice, right, Joe? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and someone's going to get this whole box of swag here from us. Lola sent out stuff yesterday because I got all the complaints about
how much shipping.
Yeah, how much money to spend on the shipping.
Yup.
Yesterday and the
oh my God.
Yeah, and then
I don't know what Trump's talking about. Shipping, even with the post office, is expensive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we need to do something about the post office, but
right.
Yeah, so she did that, and she wasn't happy going down to the post office even. So,
because it's
here's a hack. Go into your PayPal, log into your PayPal. After you log into PayPal, go to delete everything after like the PayPal.com/ and put in there create shipping label. I think that's the thing. I'll have to look exactly what it is. Mm-hmm. You do that, you can actually create shipping labels from PayPal, even if somebody didn't buy anything through PayPal. Then you can create the label at home. You create it at home, you get like I don't know, it's like a $1 discount. And depending on what it is, it's a small discount. Like if you were to do it kind of through eBay or whatever. And then you can print the label from home. You can schedule your own pickup, and you never have to go down to the post office.
Oh, cool.
And pickup's free.
Yeah, cool. Okay, that is a good hack. There you go. So we got that. We got all those things going on. We have some stuff that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit of flashlights, right?
Yes.
We are going to talk flashlights, specifically Olight flashlights. You know, we've got the Warrior right in here. So we're going to talk about that. Let's see what else we're going to talk about. Let's hit some new stuff up.
Yeah.
Which one, top or bottom? There's one from Big League Politics and one from USA Today that you posted.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's do the USA Today one. I was getting this from several people. Here's the headline. California considers charging residents tax for sending text messages.
They are getting so insanely desperate.
How?
It's true. Remember that insane thing a couple years ago of someone out of, I forget where they were out of, maybe it was out of California, that wanted to start taxing people for their emails.
That was a thing?
That was a thing. They actually wanted to do that. And there was something with the whole internet, you know how you couldn't charge sales tax through the internet for a while.
Yep.
As part of that. God knows if they're going to revisit it now that you can charge sales tax for the internet again. But it was, so that's the thing. So that's probably where.
Well, aren't we already paying? Aren't people already paying taxes for their text? You're paying for your text. Your texts are not free.
My texts are included in my bill. I don't pay like per text message, and I'm sure you don't either. Like most people have unlimited.
Yeah, but you pay for your cell phone.
So you pay for the unlimited plan. So yeah, you're already paying like sales tax on that.
Yeah, you're paying multiple taxes on that. I don't know if people have ever looked at their cell phone bill. Like
it doesn't make any sense.
But I mean, if
mine looks like a car note.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, I'm paying for 4 people. The other day I was in I think like Best Buy or something, because one of the boys, I think it was his birthday, so he was getting an upgrade. And both of my boys are in there, and there's this cute girl like doing all the stuff. And I said, who pays for your, she looked like she was their age. And I was like, who pays for your cell phone? She was like, I gotta pay for my own cell phone.
Yeah, I pay for mine. Well, I'm also 39. I'm a grown ass man, but yeah. From the time I started working,
your parents got off lucky.
From the time I started working outside of college, I started paying for my cell phone. That was my thing. Is I got it covered through the end of college, and then once I got a job, I started covering.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right. So yeah.
That was my deal with my parents.
That's insane, though. I don't understand. You're going to pile taxes on top of that.
Yeah, it's taxes on top of taxes on top of taxes, and I was actually going to mention something about it too. Cyrus 308 brought it up that Rahm Emanuel wants Illinois gas tax to go up by 30 cents a gallon.
What?
30 cents a gallon.
Do they want France? Do they want to become France in the
Rahm Emanuel is batshit crazy. He's batshit.
He is truly batshit crazy. In addition to that, not at the state level, but at the city level, I was just reading today that everybody's fleeing Chicago as fast as they can. They're moving out of the suburbs. They're moving into Indiana. Well, they're talking about another additional non-resident working tax.
So you would have to pay more
tax
to cross the border and work?
Yes. So if you live outside of the city limits of Chicago, but you work in the city of Chicago, you will need some sort of work permit that you'll have to pay a tax on, or register as an out-of-town worker to pay your taxes to the city.
Insanity. It's like anytime somebody poses a question to them, they're like, "Oh, just tax it. Just tax it. Yeah, we can make it taxes."
Yeah. These guys are getting real crazy. And I just posted this thing up there. We're speaking of Rahm Emanuel. Rahm Emanuel, this is the headline. Rahm Emanuel wants to legalize marijuana, open a casino in Chicago to tackle pension debt.
I mean, legalizing weed, you could probably make some good revenue off that, because people are going to buy it no matter what. Legalize it, make some money, I guess. But I don't know.
They're going to need to. I mean, they surely. Well, I don't even know if they really learned their lesson. But do you remember their soda tax? They had a soda tax for was it 6 months?
Everybody went across the border. And
everybody went across the border. It was already cheaper sales tax wise to buy it in Indiana anyway. But people, we're transporting across the border. Well, what was it? 5 days ago in Michigan, which from the Illinois, from Chicago to like state line in Michigan is 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Because it's that short jaunt right under the lake. They legalized recreational marijuana in Michigan. So, I mean, you're talking about 45-minute drive to get legal weed already. So, I mean, it's just,
pick up your soda, your weed, everything you need, and then come on
over. Or just move. Just move out of the city. Says Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Why the hell is he still the mayor of Chicago, people?
People still vote him in, and I don't get it.
He can't do anything about the violence. You guys are going way, way more and more into debt, and somehow you still believe. It's like you want to be screwed. You want to be screwed. You're just throwing yourselves over the desk or whatever it is there, and you got a flag in your ass.
Speaking of violence, did you guys talk about what Bloomberg said yesterday?
No.
Basically, it's on Truth About Guns. Basically, it's their headline is "Minorities Can't Be Trusted with Firearms." So Bloomberg basically came out saying 95% of murders fall into a specific category: male, minority, between the ages of 15 and 25. Cities need to get guns out of these groups' hands and keep them alive. So they don't want minorities having guns.
Yeah, I think we were talking about that last week or something. Where do you see that?
Truth About Guns.
Truth About Guns.
Yeah, I think it's on the second page. Down.
Oh, the black people can't be trusted with guns.
Can't be trusted with guns, man. Hank, I'm going to need to collect everything in your house, please. I'll store it here. Don't worry about it.
Bullshit. People need to wake up and realize what these people are trying to do. Oh, you know what? It always reminds me of the last Quentin Tarantino movie that I could stomach to watch, Django, where the whatever that white guy is in there, I guess he freed Jamie Foxx, and he said, I feel responsible for you because I freed you. No. You, every day you get up, you free yourself. This is it right here. This is where you get enslaved. Black, white, whatever, whatever it is, however you identify yourself, you get enslaved right in this thing right here. You need to free yourself every day when you get up. These people who feel like you can't do this, you can't do that. It's just a way of just, closing off the closing down the pipe on you and saying, well, we're not going to let these people have things because they can't be trusted with them. Oh, then we're not going to let these people have it either. Screw that. It's insane. By the way, in Chicago, $28 billion public pension debt.
$28 billion?
I mean,
28 billion.
So basically,
it's only going to get worse.
If you work for the city, you basically are never getting retirement. There's no way. How are they going to clean that up?
Well, and this is why this is why they want to go to that. Now, this is one of the most corrupt places in the world. I'm not against places having, like, first of all, I think we need to decriminalize a lot of stuff in America, right? Starting with drugs. And I want to get back to talking about drugs because there was something in the news I wanted to say about that. We need to decriminalize those things for sure. The problem is Chicago has so many problems that they can't rein in. How are they exactly planning on doing this in Chicago? And there's so much corruption and violence already there. Here's what I would do. For the whole pension thing, fire most of these people. Fire them and let people start taking care of themselves. Your security, you could do that. You could take care of your own security. They just need to give you back your Second Amendment rights. And people need to do other things in there instead of, getting more and more in debt. And then, of course, there's nothing wrong with opening up casinos or bringing all those things in, but you got to be able to manage yourself first.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what? Probably this is a good place to segue. Where did that story go?
The second story?
No. Oh, I know where it is. Yeah, there was a story here.
Google approves app for Muslims. That one?
No. Oh, here it goes. I'm gonna send it to you guys right now because it's very here. It's interesting.
Wait, this. Okay, we're gonna get into this one next because this is already. I read the.
Yeah, I'm saving that. I'm saving it.
Okay, that is.
Yeah. So we're talking about drugs. We're just talking about drugs, and I want to share this with you guys. So this is from USA Today. The headline: Fentanyl, now America's deadliest drug. Federal health officials say. Fentanyl is now the deadliest drug in America. Announced on Wednesday, 18,000 overdose deaths in 2016.
Totally, 100%.
1,000. Okay.
It's God, how many? 1,000.
It beat out heroin. It beat out heroin.
It's 1,000 times more powerful than heroin itself. I think something like that. It's 100. Oh, yeah. I can't remember if it's a zero. What zero it is.
Yeah, it's significantly more.
And there have been issues with cops going into crime scenes and ODing from getting skin contact with fentanyl everywhere, fentanyl powder all over stuff. They pick something up. Yeah, they pick something up and get powder on them, and it seeps into the bloodstream.
I've got to wonder where is all this fentanyl coming from?
China, from what I understand. That's at least what I've read. Being produced in factories in China and then shipped over illegally.
That would make sense. They make a ton of different drugs over there.
Yeah,
they're bringing it in on boats, and I mean, from what I understand, it has plenty of good medical uses.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's used. I mean, there are great pain relieving characteristics. I mean, there are a lot of exceptional medical reasons why it's used for a lot of different things. But yeah, I mean but we also have a lot of natural things that exist that are less damaging to people. And a lot of these things that we are producing are incredibly destructive, more so creating lots of problems, not just fentanyl. There's lots of different drugs that people are on that are, I'm not saying, look, I think there's purposes and uses for these things, but you can't just give these things to everyone.
What's funny is from what I've seen in our family, we have a bad reaction to opiates. All of my family members that have had to go in for any type of surgery or whatever, that the doctor has given them an opiate, they always end up being horribly sick, having crazy delusions, something like that. So we were talking about this the other day. My uncle had hip surgery a couple years back, and the opiates made him horribly nauseous. And I told Marley, I was like, if I am ever unconscious and you have to make some decisions for me and I'm in the hospital, tell them no opiates. Whatever you do, no opiates. I don't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, you're already crazy enough.
Give me something else. Exactly.
Yeah. Harry's Holsters. Shout out to Harry Harrison from Harry's Holsters. He was here yesterday. Harry's Holsters is the official holster of the Hank Strange situation now. Yes. There's a code, Hank Strange. You get 10% off your order. Except everything except what's on what is that thing called when you're just like blowing stuff out?
Closeouts?
Yeah, everything except what's on closeout, 10% off. Lola's gonna come in here and scream and shout at me about it in a second. Shout out to Harry. He's there in the chat. By the way, you know what? We also did not mention the earthquake.
Oh, we haven't talked about that either. Yeah. Georgia had one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard something about that.
It was
that global warming. That global
4.4.
Yeah, I think it was 4.4, and it was in Tennessee. I want to say.
Was it in Tennessee?
I think it was Tennessee, but it was felt in the Atlantas.
Or magnitude 4.4 shakes Tennessee and Georgia.
Yeah. So
between Chattanooga and Gatlinburg, basically.
Yeah, Lola says no clearance items on the Harry's Holsters thing. Yeah. So
I mean, that sort of makes sense. The mountain ranges are built by tectonic plates hitting and making mountains. So I wonder if there's like smaller plates there that rub against each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I think what it is like the ground is more solid. So if you have an earthquake, something going on there, it's more likely that everything's going to be felt. Just like we're less likely to feel it here because we got a lot of.
We're on water.
Yeah, we're
basically floating.
Yeah, kind of like what's going on with California. Very soft grounds, except they've got like some massive plates.
Maybe we'll get lucky and their fault lines will break and they'll just float off into the Pacific, and then we don't have to worry about them ever again. We will never. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever be that lucky. Some people are still talking about the opiates. I agree with that. I can't take those. So whenever I have like surgeries or any kind of thing, I just suffer through it because I can't take those things. Or strong Tylenol or whatever, prescription Tylenol, just the strong stuff. But
I don't even take that. Yeah, it does. Like for me, what it does is I'll hear. So if I take something like that, and I'm hearing a song on the radio, I'll just hear the one line in that song over and over and over again in my brain until I throw up.
That sounds awful. That sounds like torture. We could use that as a torture device.
Yeah.
Until you vomit.
Some people can't deal with those things. I see some people saying. So what do you think about that? Did you feel any earthquakes? Joe?
No, not off this one. I've actually felt one or two up here this way before in the past from some other areas like Ohio, and they had something hit out in Iowa a couple years ago. But yeah, I haven't. I didn't feel anything from this one.
Now you know why I said the moon landed on us.
Can't argue with that logic.
This is what's going on. But thankfully, there it wasn't major damage. We have had earthquakes on the East Coast that have done damage, right? Like I want to say, was it North Carolina? Maybe I have to look that up.
No,
we've had damaging earthquakes here. That's killed some people. To that level.
I've never actually been in an earthquake. Never felt an earthquake in my life. Been through a tornado before, but never an earthquake.
Yeah, I've made some earthquakes.
Definitely. Not sure with that. I'm not gonna ask about that one.
When the earth is a quaking, don't come a knocking.
Is that how that goes? Okay.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I've done some earthquakes myself. So let's see. Noodles 1980 says Hank Strange, drink some tea. Your throat sounds scratchy. Yeah,
a little scratchy today.
Yeah, I do feel that way. I'm drinking some iced tea. I don't know.
The weather.
That's gonna help. Trying to drink some water. Yeah, I think so. I think the weather. Probably getting a little bit of a cold.
Use a neti pot. I swear by those things. People hate them. I love them.
Yeah.
It's where you run that warm water through your nose. Oh, it feels like heaven.
I don't know. That just seems weird to me.
Everybody says the same thing.
I agree with you, Joe.
Marley said the same thing for like 2 or 3 years, and I finally got her to try it when she had a horrible head cold. Cleared her up in a couple days, and she said it felt great.
Yeah. Joe, I was thinking, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, the last time I did something like that was when my boys were little babies. To them. Remember, you get like the warm water and you put it. Did you ever have to do that to your kids?
Yeah. When they get, yeah. It's been a long time, but yeah, once or twice.
Yeah. So, it's a grown man. I've never tried it.
You gotta do it yourself now. You're getting to that age. Life's a big circle. You go from a baby to an old baby.
Yeah, there you go. That's a viral video, babyface.
What, me using a neti pot or turning into an old baby?
Yes. No. Both.
Both. Okay.
Do it. I remember when I was a kid, that thing. So I think you can do something like that with your ears, where they put warm water and they flush it into your eardrums, and then they somehow suction it back out.
Take all the wax and crap with it.
Yeah, and that is amazing, actually.
I'm telling you, think of the nose. It's the same thing. Feels great.
Yeah, all those, maybe someone, you should make a spa like that where you go in there and they just tube you up.
Clean your ears, clean your nose, all your sinuses.
All the way out, like all the in and out of everything.
Tube in the mouth, tube up the butt, through the ears, in the nose. You just get flushed.
The only thing I'm thinking about here is how well it worked for, I can't remember his name, but the Daredevil guy. Remember Daredevil? He gets blown up in the building, and then he winds up getting washed up on shore, and his senses are all off, and he winds up using a neti pot. He flushes all this blood and crap out of his nose.
Does he? Oh, I didn't know they used it. I didn't see
that in the TV show.
Yeah.
TV series.
I didn't get that far. I got through season 1.
Yeah. Which, by the way, they canceled it. Netflix.
They're canceling that too. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's go ahead.
You're about to go there. Yeah, that's Disney. That's not Netflix who's canceling it.
Yeah. Well, all those shows suck. Okay. I was gonna say, you guys, I'm sensing of fans.
That one was pretty good. I liked The Punisher.
Yeah, I like Punisher. I like that. I knew nothing about what the hell was his name? The Kung Fu guy.
Exactly. That's my point.
The guy.
Yeah.
The guy, the Iron Fist. There we go.
Fist, whatever.
Yeah, the Iron Fist. God. I knew nothing about him before I watched that thing, but the first season was really good. The second one, the first one was really good. I thought it was interesting. I didn't think it was bad.
I think that those shows suck major donkey dicks.
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, I really think so. You know why? Because there's a whole bunch of stuff in there that just wasn't cool. All of those shows, all of them. I don't like any of them. I tried looking at them. The gun stuff in there is totally ridiculous. Like with Daredevil, and Daredevil's like, I don't want to kill anyone, but let me beat them to death.
Nearly to death.
Almost.
Yeah. Oh, nearly.
Almost there.
Yeah, as long as they have a heartbeat, he was good with it. It's kind of like Batman.
I feel like we're in The Princess Bride. He's not dead. He's just nearly dead.
Nearly dead. Exactly. One of the best movies of all times, by the way.
Yes.
That out there.
Yes.
But isn't that similar to Batman though? Batman didn't kill people, but he didn't save them either.
Yes, I have to agree with that.
So it's like the other side of it. I don't know. I'm not trying to defend it because honestly, I was never a fan of comics other than I'm one of those new comic people that only watch what's on TV and the movies, and that's the extent of my comic.
Yeah, it was pretty much me too.
Expertise, but I don't know. They're fun. I kind of enjoy them. At the same time, there's one or two that just get off into the weeds. And I just never followed up on them. But.
Yeah, listen, like I understand, there's an old saying back in Guyana in the old country, picture like a picture. So I get that, but they just went. Imagine so the bad guy is literally 10 yards away from you, shooting at you with a machine gun and missing. These bad guys need training. Okay,
that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. None of them have training.
Yeah,
but do we want to give the bad guys training? I say no. I say we don't give them training. It's like when some gangster posts a picture of someone with his optic on backward, or the sight's not even no sights at all, and they're like, oh, he doesn't have sights. Whatever. I'm like, just let it go.
No, don't save them. They don't want to be saved.
Just let them go. Let them find out the hard way.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, but there's just still things about it that it's very, very difficult for me as a gun guy now to look at those things that maybe in the past it would have been easier.
I went through that, and I had to turn my gun guy brain off when I watch 99.9% of anything, because I just go nuts.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But yeah, I still didn't like those shows. My other reason, not enough booty. Not enough booty in the shows. That's my other reason. I mean, come on, Netflix. I get it why they can't put it in the movies. If you're gonna do these things, let's see some booties. You know,
there was they pushed about as hard as they could push those Disney franchises. I think. I mean, they were right up to the edge in some of those scenes, and in quite a few of them. So, I mean, it is what it is. I don't necessarily have to have that. I get the internet for that. You know. So,
exactly.
Right.
That's true. But you get lost. You know.
Yeah. Real lost in the weeds there.
Yeah, you can get real lost in that. You know, and then if you're like me, you wind up not editing anything.
Oh, you know,
and no, like, what the hell happened?
What are you doing with your day?
Got lost. So someone wanted me to read this to you, babyface. Someone just sent this to me, texted me this. I'm not sure who did it, but someone in the chat right now. They want me to read this. A woman died of a brain-eating amoeba infection. The suspect, her neti pot.
Yep. Because you have to have it clean and you have to use distilled water. You can't use tap water.
Right.
Yeah.
You can introduce a really bad infection.
Yeah. And that's from Vox, and we know they're the knowers of
Vox knows.
Yeah.
They know everything.
They're the knowers. But yes, please, when things are going in and out of your body, be careful with it. But
where are we going with this, Hank?
Be careful, whatever it is. Whatever it is. I remember maybe I shouldn't tell this, but I remember like growing up, my dad always had all these mystical transcendental books and things like that, like yoga and all that. And I remember reading one of his books that he had around where these yogis, I guess they have like these cloths, and they figured out how to actually put like the cloths all the way through their body.
That sounds bad.
They can run it all the way through and literally coming out the butt. And then so it's almost like, so imagine for a second what you do when you're cleaning the barrel of your rifle.
Yeah, you just through your nose and out your butt.
Yeah, with a snake.
I don't know about that.
That's what they do. That's what they do. So they have a way of like running it through there, and then you could literally just sit there.
I don't need my sinuses polished with a poop rag.
I mean, you got to make sure you're going in the right direction on that one, though. I would think. I mean, too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I don't know. There's rules about these things. I think probably. I would assume.
I'm telling you. Did you already use this rag? I don't want this rag. It smells funny.
I personally, for any kind of things like that, you're gonna have to knock me out to do it, because I don't want to know. I remember once I had like a major surgery, and I woke up and they had those breathing things. So it's like there's tubes that they push right in through,
all the way down to your throat.
Yeah. And I remember I got up because I was coming to consciousness, and I started pulling it out, and the nurse just jammed it back in. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
So I started cursing. Yeah.
Can't just yank that out.
Yeah. But she saw me doing that and just jammed it back in there. So I woke up like cursing and carrying on or whatever.
Of course you did.
Knock me back out, okay? Because I don't. And if I don't know if it's ever happened to you in your life, but I literally woke up with tubes in everything.
Nope, that's never. Nope,
in everything. Everything. Not fun.
Nope. I hope that never has to happen to me.
Just saying. That is not a fun. That's not a fun thing to do. But hey, I've been there. Yeah. I guess that comes with age. What about you, Joe? That ever?
No, but I can say, having spent many years in the OR and on a level 1 trauma team, you do not want to pull any tubes out on your own. There are balloons in there that need to be deflated first. He may have saved you a lot of pain and discomfort, bleeding, and maybe another surgery. So the good
they're anchored somehow.
It may have been unfortunate at the time, but long term, It was a good thing she caught you before you did something that you weren't quite cognizant of what was going on.
Oh yeah, and she was really mad. This was like a big Jamaican lady. So
she wasn't having any of it.
Yeah. So when I started carrying on, she was like, "Oh, really? Do you want me to show you how this is really done?"
They put the correct nurse in charge of you.
Yeah. So, you probably shouldn't do that. But you know what? Me, I just want to be knocked out until you actually discharge me from the hospital.
Just put me in a coma until I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, that would be way better. So Mike Bryan says, I'm sure that's popular somewhere on the internet. Okay, so there you go. All right.
So we're at the top of the hour. Real quick, let's remind everybody, Hank is giving away a massive swag box. And to get into that, go to the 13C Gun Reviews YouTube page channel and our most recent video, the one on the mag pump mag loaders. Leave a comment on there, whatever you want to leave, and then put in there something about either Hank Strange or Who Moved My Freedom, Hank's Christmas giveaway, whatever you want to put in there, so I know that you saw it here, and we'll pick somebody off of there to win that massive swag box with all that cool stuff. And then our Instagram page at 13C Gun Reviews, I'm going to be giving away a patch of your choice there. And then, thanks to Tyven Show and Hank, we're going to be giving away on our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/gun reviews, an Omaha steak package thing to whoever leaves comments on that most recent post that links directly to this video. And the one on Instagram is, you'll see the picture of Hank and the podcast, its most recent post on there as well. So 3 different ways to win. 3 different people are going to win. I assume 3 different people are going to win. I hope so.
Yeah, hopefully. We want to spread the love. We want to spread
we want to spread the love, so we can kind of get as much out there as possible. But anyway, awesome.
As STD free as possible. We want to spread the love as STD free as possible.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. So we got a bunch of stuff going through here. I think we should get into this conversation about this app. Have you guys read that story yet?
It can't be.
So I read when you link to it. That's just. I mean, well, so there's 2 parts to it. First,
so let someone read it. Joe, I think you should read it. Read it so we can get into it. Here. Yeah.
So the title of the story is Google approves app for Muslims to report people who commit blasphemy. And this is published 3 days ago. I'm reading this on bigleaguepolitics.com under the tech section. So there's
and we looked at it. I've looked for this. This is in a couple different places. So it's not fake news or anything like that. And it's actually been out for a while, and it's still up.
Yep, it's on. Yep. It's on here.
The app is called Smart Pakem, Pakem. That probably means something in another language that I'm not aware of. But so anyway, it launched in Indonesia last month at the request of the Indonesian government. For those people who don't know, and I'm just adding here, but they are not exactly the most tolerant of other religions there. I
didn't realize it. I didn't get far enough in to realize it was a governmental thing.
Yeah,
I thought it was like some citizen just did it. Holy crap.
No, so it'll allow government officials to, quote, uphold Sharia law and target people who hold misguided beliefs in a violation of Islamic law.
That's not scary at all.
Yeah, and Google is getting involved.
Yeah, so I guess the question here is, so this guy, Rajan Amanan, who serves as a VP of Google in Southeast Asia, it went through their thing, and the code, it lists the code here of expressing feelings of hostility, hatred, or contempt against religion from Indonesia's criminal code, carries a maximum of 5 years imprisonment.
Oh my God. Then
there's the National Secular Society, who has written requesting they not stop it, arguing the app will have negative consequences for religious minorities. Human Rights Watch is talking about it now. I guess there were 125 people convicted of blasphemy over the past, well, that's actually 10 years it took them to convict 125 people of blasphemy in Indonesia. This app will probably make it easier. I would assume so. I mean,
any number over 0 should be way too many.
So to me, this is the real separation, the actual separation of church and state that was enshrined in the Constitution. Not the no religion at all, but the one of government shall not condone a religion. They will not, you know,
Now, well,
support
these
a
people
religion.
are not subject to that because they're not in America.
Yeah, they're not U.S. citizens. But just as a thing of what the founders actually meant, because remember, the founders dealt with radical Islam during their time, right? I mean, the Marines first, you know, battle as a outside of the U.S. obviously. You know, they're formed in a tavern, whatever. But the Marines and the Navy went over, you know, from the shores of Montezuma to, you know, the halls of Tripoli. They actually went over there and battled radical Islam when the Islamic hordes were raiding all of our ships and shipping vessels. So this is something that's been, you know, that the founders were even aware of. And obviously they didn't want to see, you know, they saw the things from some of the Christian or more so Catholic oppression that happened over in England. So anyway, it's there's two factors to this for me. There's the fact that government is condoning it, and then on the other side, there's the fact that we have we have Google approving this. Now, Google didn't make the app, but that, you know, they're obviously approving it. They're allowing it to sit there, knowing the consequences of what's going to happen should someone get prosecuted because of their app.
Yeah, and considering that, let's say it slipped through. Considering that it slipped through, it's still there. There's been press about it for at least a month, from what I could see. Looking into it, it's still there. These guys, I don't know if they're still having hearings in Congress with Google. Not sure whether or not they asked them about this, but you are enabling the big brother of other countries to, you're saying that you want to help people. And what you're doing is trying to control our democratic process here in America, which I think is fine and does not need the influence of Google or anyone else. But you're trying to help people. And in these countries, you are setting people up to die. That's what you're doing. You're setting people up to die in these countries. You're making it easy for the government to identify these people and then deal with them. Something like how IBM helped track the Jews in Germany.
Yeah, they totally did that, didn't they?
Yeah. Not a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
And yeah, they willingly they went along with it.
Yeah. Hussein says Google company motto, do no evil. Whatever.
Oh,
they actually removed that from their main mission statement. Their first thing was don't be evil. It wasn't do no evil, but the first thing was don't be evil. They actually removed that from their thing. So, and I don't know if they moved it somewhere else, but their main number one thing on there that used to be that, not anymore.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's really interesting what they're letting people get away with. I know, I feel like right now in the world, if you're Christian or anything else, but there's certain religions that have immunity because of the political correctness that's going on. And that's too bad. You know, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's going to come back to hurt lots of people, countries, all that kind of stuff. So hopefully they do something about that and take it down. But who knows, man? Google's a real, messed up place. You know, I know we're on their system right now. I get it. This is why I'm always trying to tell people we got to find other ways. We got to get away from from all these crazy things and figure out our own stuff. You know, the internet's never going away. We can't let people have a total monopoly over all of these things and then control the world, the way that the world unfolds. And then remember, in some places that I think when we were talking about the EU, we had that conversation about Brexit and stuff like that, which, by the way, Theresa May, they had a no confidence vote on her and she survived that in England, the Prime Minister of England. But why are we talking about it? Because when you have, let's say you're England, you're America, and you have these outside places, you join one of these massive, like a world union, I'm guessing, if they want America to join it. And then those people start setting the laws. Then what? You know, then this thing goes from just being in Indonesia to being in London, right? And people who aren't subject to the religion, all of a sudden getting reported. And, and then someone's roaming around out there delivering justice. Right? That's the kind of stuff. And it seems like, there's no way that's going to happen. Sure. It's already happening.
Yep.
So be aware of that. Let's see. There was something else I wanted to get into here. Trying to look and see, was there any other news on the truth about guns?
Nothing that I saw. Aspiring rapper shot dead. Guy claims self-defense. Wilson Combat comes out with a new signature Glock 19.
What does that mean?
They stipple the grip and added some little logo on the side. It's
and how much is it?
Oh,
Paul,
God.
who's Paul Howe or
How? Oh God! For those who don't know, MSG Master Gunnery Sergeant. I don't know. Paul Howe is the real deal. The really real deal. One of the few people who has ever been able to rightfully call themselves an operator.
Oh, okay.
So he must be like some crazy hardcore dude.
Yes, Operator Glock. Listen, I respect the hell out of all these guys who actual operators.
Rob Howe was a U.S. Army Delta operator who served in Somalia in 1993. He served with the United States Army for approximately 20 years, 10 of which were spent within the special operations community. So no, he's real deal.
Yeah. And I get that. I respect it. Those are definitely special people to go out there and do these things. But I'd like to ask this question. Why the hell are we selling things based on these people when the average citizen out there, the average consumer, doesn't know who these people are? And what difference does it make? Like, if you buy this gun, is it going to make you an operator like this guy? Does it come with training from this guy? What?
I'm just going to throw this out there. You could buy 3 regular Gen 5 Glocks for the price of this thing. Base price is $1,500. That's insane for a Glock. That's just straight stupid.
I said, if someone wants to do it,
go for it. It's your money.
Not against that, yeah. But I'm just wondering why why there's so much of this still going on. That, I'm not saying I think it's cool. This guy has a deal, Wilson Combat, but I'm not aware of who it is, and unless you're like a special person or whatever it is out there, you're not aware of who. I don't get like why that is a marketing thing. It's not like NASCAR or something. Why is that a marketing thing? Do people let's like do a poll. Who buys guns out there based on that? Do you? No. What about you, Joe?
Guns based on just like a operator's, recommendation, or
even us. Let's say we're not operators, not at all. The only thing I know about tactically is Tactical Fat, trademark Hank Strange. So, but even us. So let's say we're like putting something together, and I don't understand the concept behind that and how necessarily people like, oh, I gotta have this thing from this guy. I don't know. I don't really know what it does. So I see it a lot, and I see it especially with the tactical, with the operators out there.
I see a lot too.
Is it just a cool factor?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I guess if you really value someone's opinion that much, and this is if it truly is, what they use, then maybe you want the exact same thing. And if they've packaged that already together and you don't have to source it individually, then maybe that, I wouldn't necessarily fault somebody for going after something from somebody who has put together a good package and a good setup, right? At the same time,
I'm not faulting anyone for it, but I'm just
no. I didn't mean to imply that you were, but I'm just saying that personally, I don't know. I mean, how much different is that than someone who goes to look to buy, whatever XYZ gun or accessory or part it is, right? And they check out a couple and they go to their top 2 or 3 or 4 guys on YouTube, that they follow, and they're like, all right, well, this guy liked it, this guy liked it, this guy liked it, so chances are it's a good product. If they feel that confidently about one guy, then I don't know.
I think look, we're always doing that. I'm always looking at things. I'm definitely never trying to make you do things. I'm just trying to give you options out there, and then ultimately as a grown-up you make your choices. If I wanted to buy something and I looked at a whole bunch of videos and one of them happened to be Hickok, and I buy that thing and I don't like it, it's not on Hickok or anyone else's video that I watch. It's ultimately on me. And I get all that stuff. I'm just wondering, like, how effective is that? Like, how many Glocks does that sell that a tactical guy comes along and goes, you have to get this thing? I don't know.
The one thing that I always tell people is you need to figure out what works best for you and not rely on what works best for somebody else. If you shoot your gun a lot and realize that this certain optic might be better because of how you like to shoot, or this grip angle or whatever, go do it. But don't do it because somebody else told you to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to figure out what fits you best.
Yeah.
But I was going to throw this one out there. This was just put out on the blog from the Firearms. Have you seen the Mohawk helmet camera? This is your camera.
And this is on the Firearms blog?
In chat, hold on. There's a Chinese company that looks like it's knocking it off, maybe. That's what this article's about. But the thing that got me is this is called the Mohawk helmet camera. This camera is made for you. The Mohawk camera.
Okay.
Go check that. I put it in chat.
I'm looking at it.
It's to the top of your helmet, and it's a Mohawk.
Yeah, it's just a camera with a curve on it.
But it's like, whoop. Hank, you're the Mohawk guy. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. Once again, it is the shape of my Mohawk. But,
yeah, it's perfect. What you could do and see if you could get away with it is just shave the Mohawk completely and glue the helmet cam right to your head.
No.
And just walk around like that. Just forever. Just boop. You got button. You can record your day.
Or I would just put hair, try to disguise
it. Hide it in the hair.
Yeah.
Sticking out the front.
Yeah, it's a slow camera. Don't look at that. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. You're going to have to warn people that you're recording them. I'm just telling you.
What's that flashing red light in your hair?
Yeah. No, follow applicable laws. Don't break the laws. Don't break the laws. So here's the thing that I want to say about that before we move on. I think I'm not knocking anyone for having a gig doing that. I'm assuming most people are buying that to put it in a safe because it's something cool. Maybe they get that guy to sign it. Maybe they go train with him and then go, hey, here, dude, I got your thing. That's cool. I would assume also that real operators have throwaway things. It's just like the whole James Bond thing. When you see James Bond with a gun and it's coded to his fingerprints, but he's a secret agent. Oh, so when you get busted with that, it now tracks back to your fingerprints or some biometrics on you. That's probably not the reality of what a secret agent or a special operator would do, right? They would either be able to use everything out there in the field or just use normal things because ultimately they're going to throw those things away. I learned that a long time ago. A friend of mine who actually did a lot of this stuff showed me a picture where they were coming back from overseas doing something and they were just tossing ARs into the ocean.
Oh, good.
So
painful.
Yeah, and if I'm not saying I think if I'm not mistaken, Kevin Dixie's doing a gun, and I know Coleon Noir, I think I've heard is doing a gun. I'm not knocking that. I think we've had people on here.
What would your gun be? Let's talk about that real quick. If you were gonna do a gun, Kevin Dixie, KD's getting an H&K. Obviously, it's got to be an H&K. What would your gun be?
My gun?
Yeah. What would you do? What gun would be yours?
High point.
The Hank Strange high point.
That's what comes to my mind.
And it's got to be cheaper than regular high points.
Yeah. I would want, you honestly, if you are going to do something, you have to think about the people who you do stuff with. And maybe that's what's going on with that guy. Maybe the people who actually pay him for training, that price point is not, is something that's not a big deal for them and it's highly attainable. So I get that. But I would think hey, the people who I'm dealing with all the time, who I'm able to actually interact with, are they going to be able to afford this thing? I would probably look for something that would be right within their window.
Joe, do you have a pistol that you would use as your 13C pistol? It's a hard question, I know.
Yeah, I don't think so. I have tons of handguns sitting in safes, but I come back to kind of the same two carry guns no matter what. I got a Shield M&P that I love as my kind of more concealment gun, and then EDC, just a Gen 3 Glock 19. It's just,
I think there's lots of good guns out there. Look, the three
circling back, and it's not there's anything spectacular about either one of them. It's just I just wind up circling back to them. I don't know if it's familiarity or what.
It just fits you.
If it works and it fits your hand, you got to stick with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like I think the thing with the handgun thing, it's very well done. I mean, I think Glock has done very well, but then all the other companies are coming up, and what you're carrying right now, the P365. I'm not endorsing it or anything like that, but I think we're coming very close right now to having really good guns out there. So the only thing that you could do is throw some stippling, special colors on there.
Since you brought up my carry gun of choice, I was reading online the other day that with all the complaints that you see about people saying firing pins broke, it was from at least from SIG, what they had said was 0.08% of the firearms that they shipped out came back for problems. So I'm still satisfied with mine. I haven't broken it yet, and it's still serving me great. Just saying. But one of the guys at the gun shop did get his stippled because the top finger grip, so it'd be your second finger right below your trigger, is smooth, which makes no sense because you want to grip that. He got that part stippled, and then he got the thumb part stippled where, again, it's smooth. And that's the one thing that if I had a babyface 365, those would definitely have.
You would add stippling too? And then just how much money would you add for that stippling to the price?
At least $522.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Because it needs to be purple as well.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
I should comment that Glock 19 is not a standard. I mean, I would carry a standard Glock 19, but it's not standard at this point. It's got a nice deep undercut on the trigger well. It's got some stippling to it. It's got a number of different things that I like on it.
So maybe we're coming to the realization that all of us have our niche things that we like on our guns. That maybe you should have a Joe TUSC gun.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, I think it's just just a marketing thing.
You started talking about it. I didn't even. I just refer to it as my Glock 19, but it's anything but anything but original at this point. So.
Yeah,
Hank. The only thing Hank would have is every bullpup would be the Hank bullpup.
Yeah,
he does. That's what I was going to say. Bullpups.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. If I do think about developing guns. If I had the opportunity of a company, so for example, I know Wilson Combat's not looking to do that. I think Wilson Combat should develop an affordable Wilson Combat that's still high quality. That's what I would like to see. Yeah, but they're not. So they're not in that. But I like the idea of helping to develop things, but things that either don't exist. Or if they do exist, there's certain tweaks that people have shied away from or not done that, could be done in a different way. I would really look for things that are interesting. That's what I'm saying. I think with the handgun thing, we've got single stack and even higher capacity and all that kind of stuff going on now. So you're just really going to slap some color on there and stippling or some kind of sights and then call it, oh, this is a special so-and-so.
Until we get laser guns, we are really hitting peak technology performance at the moment. Like, I don't know what else we could do. We're packing 10 rounds into that tiny little magazine.
Yeah, I don't know what else we can do. Maybe train. Maybe I would like to buy a Wilson Combat that comes with some training.
Yeah, there you go. At 1,500, you get a class with that guy.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Joe?
It includes a class. Now we're talking.
The class with him is probably like $10,000.
You started talking about laser guns, and now my mind's on laser guns and lightsabers. I just want to point out the importance of the right to keep and bear arms being arms. Arms is the operative word. It doesn't say anything about firearms. It's arms. So knives, guns, bats, bludgeons, truncheons, swords, cannons, lasers.
Oh, lasers! Definitely. Whenever lasers come out, oh my God, the left is going to lose their mind.
They're going to
definitely attack helicopters. It includes attack helicopters, includes nuclear missiles.
Why not?
Yeah, all of that.
Look, here's the thing. Let's legitimately look at this as an option. Let's say tomorrow nuclear weapons were legalized. Okay, anybody could go out and buy one. Do you have any idea how much a nuclear weapon costs?
Oh God, it'd be prohibitively expensive.
All right. So first of all,
can I do it on layaway or can I get it financed?
layaway. Right. Your great grandkids can buy it. So pick it up.
So first you've got to come up with the money to buy one, right? So I mean, all right. So you got to come up with the money. Then you have to find someone who's actually willing to sell you a nuclear weapon, right? Because it's not like you're going to go out in your garage and build one.
Yeah. Yes, you also have to find someone that can verify said nuclear weapon is indeed weaponized.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, a lot of these arguments that go way out on the side, and I'll have people come up, well, you want to see nuclear weapons legalized? I'm like, well,
Sure.
so yeah, sure, let's legalize them. It's not not
What does
like
it matter? It doesn't matter whether it's legal or not. People already have them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if somebody wants to detonate a freaking nuclear bomb, they're gonna find a way to do it, legal or illegal, right? It's not like somebody's gonna be like, oh well, they're legal today. I'm gonna go buy one, and it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna go buy one. Yeah.
Yeah. I reserve my right. So. I reserve my right to have mine.
Yeah. Real quick, SoCal Gunner gave us $5. This would be my pick, the semi-auto version of a Chiappa. The Logo Arms Alien Pistol. Laugo Arms Alien Pistol.
Laugo Arms. I'll have to look that up. We'll have to look that up.
I think I've seen that gun.
Yeah.
It's the really, really low bore axis. Yeah, I've seen this thing.
Okay. Put a link up there. Okay, so while we're talking about laser beams, I don't know. We can get into these Warrior X's here in a second as well. Joe, I know you're testing one. I'm testing. I've got one here. Yes. So I'm not trying to review this or anything like that. I was messing around with it yesterday, took it out of the packaging, and it does come, or you can buy the Picatinny rail adapter, so you can put it here on like I've got it on the X95, as you can see there. Sure. And there is some stuff that comes with it. Like you can get a remote that's magnetized. Check that out. See, magnetized goes on the back.
Oh, that's so clever. That is awesome.
You can use that to activate it.
Oh man, that's not the most secure mounting, but as long as you're not going into the sandbox, I think you're going to be fine. Yes. You're out coyote hunting, you'll be all right.
It's well, yeah. I just knocked it off. I was trying to say how, right. I mean, if you bump it, you can obviously take it off. It's not like stuck forever on there.
Yeah, but it's not going to go that far from it either.
Right. But the nice thing is you can, and it's good to go. Like where Hank has it mounted and where I had it on before I took it off for this, you can get to it with your finger. This is a lot of. Yeah, we've had several O-lights come in. I was talking to Hank about this earlier, just before we went live. I've had several O-lights come in for their value, for their price point. I think you get I think you get a ton of value in these things for their price.
I mean, the regular price of this is $129, and it's 2,000 lumens.
Which is still a good price.
And not just that it's 2,000 lumens, but if you look at the glass on here, it is one of the most polished, focused lenses, and you see it when you get outside. This thing throws an insane amount of light. All that 2,000 lumens is going downrange, and I haven't been as thoroughly impressed with an O-light as I have with this one yet. Now this is just first blush. I've had this thing in for like 27 hours now, right? So I used it last night after I got it charged up and shining it around. There was even some mist out here, and it was I am impressed with this, especially for its price point. For when it goes on sale, the flash sale that's coming up, it's like $85 roughly. This is a hell of a lot of light for that price point. And again, technically it's IPX8 rated for waterproof rating. It's allegedly 2 meters drop tested. I mean, I haven't done like any testing on it other than shining it around the farm here, right? But it's surprised me how well this has done. I was not expecting, when I opened it and used it, I was not expecting to be this geeked out by it.
Cyrus 308 is asking how long the 2,000 lumens will last, how long the battery lasts.
Well, let me hear. I got the box.
We could test it out. Now I know if you check this out, that if you do a soft touch, you can see that. Like, I don't know if you guys can see the light from it. So yeah, that's the soft touch light on it that I've got there. And then you can see that it can go up. Now it's in like laser beam mode, and look at the light that's bouncing.
Yeah.
Off of me back there. I'll try to get some video of this like in pitch black tonight after we leave and we get out of here. But yeah, that is a good question. How much? You know what? I could put it. So there's the soft touch. There's the boom. That's the 2,000 lumen. That is kind of insane.
According to the box here, what do we have here? We've got 2,000 lumens on the top end. When you turn it on, it'll go for 1.5 minutes allegedly at 2,000 lumens. And this is dependent upon ambient air temperature. So if it's cooler outside, it'll last a little longer. Hotter outside, it's going to be just a little bit shorter. But on average, allegedly 1.5 minutes at 2,000 lumens. And then it'll gradually step down to 600 lumens which would be for 80 minutes. The low mode that you were showing is 300 lumens, and that will go for 4 hours and 40 minutes, allegedly. And then, of course, obviously the battery's rechargeable in this thing.
Yeah, and in the pitch, so I know Joe lives in a very rural area, so do I. I mean, you know, where I live is just pitch black. And I think that that's, you know, you need something that you can see what the hell is out there if, you know, if something's going on. That should give you enough of a chance to get at what you're trying to get at. I like the price. I like the price point of these things. So I know that, what is that? It's coming up on the weekend, right?
Soon, the 14th, I think. It's like a weekend sale, yeah, like 14th through the 17th, something along those lines.
Yeah, and so you'll see us all. You'll see myself, Joe, and other people putting things out there. What I want to say, like, if you're a fan of Joe, which I am, you guys want to support Joe. I think it's a good opportunity to get something and get it at a deal, and then also support people. I know that's what it is for me when we put it out. Yeah.
You know, there. Affiliate links are some of the stuff that helps us buy ammo, at least for me anyway. You know, I'm still a relatively small channel, and you know that helps to fill my ammo budget. If nothing else, kind of like put gas in the car tank. You know, and I present what they are. Like I said, I mean, I've been, oh, that's a cool light. You know, I've put up things before on them, but this is the first one that's like, holy cow, they really nailed this out of the park. This is going to be if this thing catches on, and assuming it keeps performing like, you know, the very limited amount of time I've messed with it, you're I don't know. It's just I don't see anything out there like that for even $300 of any other tactical light. I just don't. Can you think of anything that comes close to it?
No, and I like I mean, we're talking about putting it on rifles. I just like the fact it's a good kind of truck light to have, which is important. You know, throws a lot of light out there. If you're coming home or something like that, and it's late at night and you want to know what all the noises are, what's going on, or you just want to annoy your neighbor's dogs, which I like doing. Yeah, but I like the fact that, I like this, that you can just have this plugged into your car or somewhere, something like that, and you know, plugged into USB, it magnetizes onto the back and charges it up and keeps it going. I think that's something that Olight is really doing. I know there's lots of different people out there making lights. It's made of aluminum and all that kind of stuff. I think you know, like you're saying, Joe, I think it would be a really good you know, rounded kind of light thing, maybe for a shotgun. I don't know. This is the remote for this is actually kind of long. This is more functional on a shotgun or something else. I'm kind of using it on the bullpup here. So on this X95, for example, and there's the trigger of it right there. So yeah, that's really not that far off. So
I just like that whole setup right there.
Yeah. So lights are really important to put on whatever it is you think you're going to respond to something when things, you know, go wrong. Rifle wise, I'm not a big fan of putting lights on my handgun. So that's probably a debate we could have as well.
Yeah, for me, for handguns as an EDC, having a light on my handgun, you know, a special holster for it, that's not important for me. Now, obviously, if I was working, you know, a job where I worked midnight shift in law enforcement, right, having a light, you know, dedicated light on my handgun, so when I drew it, it was on there already, would be a huge thing. But for me, it's just not. Now, that said, you know, the bedside handgun, you know, if there's a bedside handgun, you know, you're going to be grabbing it, leaving a dedicated light on that handgun, on the other hand, would be a smart move.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, I prefer off light for handguns. I prefer something that's in my off hand so that I can use it to better see. If I need to illuminate something, I don't have to point my gun at it. And then likewise, if you did need to confront somebody, if you've got a super bright light, you can hold that light out at a far extension from where you are. And it's going to further disorientate the person you are. So if they do wind up trying to attack you, they're probably going to go for the center of that light, allegedly. And I mean, this is all theory, right? I mean, how many people actually, and the people who are operators, right? How many of them actually have done that more than 1 or 2 times?
Yeah.
And you can't extrapolate 1 or 2 random incidents for everything. That gets into something else I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. I mean, and to me, if you're gonna have bedside stuff, which I do, I do this. Definitely have a flashlight bedside.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. If nothing else, you need to have a couple flashlights stored around the house because This thing, I was telling Hank the other day, I left this little Olight at the studio when I was there. I totally forgot it. You don't realize how handy this little thing is until it's not with you.
Yeah, I literally keep this clipped in my offhand pocket.
Yep.
It's in there all the time.
I think this is the S1R with the magnetic base and everything. I think this is one of the best products they have. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, it is. And you don't realize how much you use a light until you actually carry one.
Constantly. I'm constantly using it.
Yeah. So I'm just going to invite you guys before we move on from this. If you're interested in this, if you're looking for this, we're not trying to sell you anything, but if you're interested, you want to support 13C Joe, check out his stuff. And I'm sure you'll have some links you guys could go through. Same thing with us. If you want to do that, we'll have some links. If you're looking for something out there, try it out. So Joe, I did want to talk about the stuff that we're giving away because we're still doing that for the people that are going over to the YouTube video. So we've got that stuff going on. Joe's going to we're in the last half hour right now. Joe's going to do that. I think you're giving a patch away on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Right.
Patch and then on the Instagram.
Yes. And then meat. Where's the meat going?
The meat is going to be on the Facebook page. So so for Instagram and Facebook, just look for the most recent post on both of those. The Instagram post will have a picture of you, a screenshot of this podcast that we're watching right now. The one on Facebook will have a link to this in it, and they're both the most recent posts. And then on YouTube, it's the most recent video, the mag pump video. So leave a comment there, like it. If you're not subscribed already, give a subscription. We'd appreciate it. And each one of those will be picking somebody from the comments in all three of those locations, and hopefully it works out that 3 different people get it.
Yeah, so I'm going over there right now. For the meat is getting given away on Facebook.
On Facebook, from the Tyven show, and thank you to him for that. So we'll be forwarding that over to him so he can get that out to you.
You know what I wanted to ask, because I know the last time you were on the show, we mentioned cooking, and I didn't realize that you took your cooking so seriously. So,
nor hockey pucks.
Wait.
Huh?
You're talking to Babyface P?
No, you. I'm talking to you.
Yes.
Hold on a second. You don't take your cooking seriously. Okay, so whoever wins this meat can cook it however they want. Is that what you're saying?
No hockey pucks allowed.
No hockey pucks allowed. So if you get this, you have to cook it to a medium or more raw temperature. It's from Omaha Steak, so don't butcher it. It honestly needs to be cooked to medium rare. Food safe guidelines, cook to whatever temperature the USDA says. I don't want to get in trouble, but if you're not eating your steak, if you're eating your steak cooked above medium rare, you're doing it wrong.
I said this the other day when we were randomly talking about food, but I would love to get a 2-part combo for my steak cooking: a sous vide, so you cook it 165, perfect temperature all the way through, and then one of those
sous vide.
Sous vide, you put it in you put your steak in a Ziploc bag in a pot of water, and then the sous vide sits on the side and spins the water around it at your desired temperature, so it cooks it throughout. But
it's just evil.
Then a searzall. I think they're called a searzall, which is like a propane head for one of the little propane things, and you sear the steak after the sous vide cooking, so you get a perfect sear and perfect medium rare. I want to try it. It looks awesome.
Joe, I'm sensing has opinions.
No, he's not. Yeah, I can tell. Classic.
I can't even get my mind around that. I gotta put it on. I gotta put it on the grill. I gotta cook it high temperature, short time, and still cool in the middle.
Yeah. So I'm sensing, Joe, you would like to have an app to report people who don't properly cook meat.
Generally speaking, I am opposed to government intervention, but I may be open to the idea.
Meat jihadi. I'm trademarking it right now.
Meat jihadi, exactly.
Yeah. I like a well done steak, I'd like to say, just for the record.
I don't know why I keep coming back on here doing this to myself. My blood pressure.
I know. Why are we here?
I'm dying.
Jesus.
Listen, it needs to be Lola brought in some kind of steak thing today that wasn't like cooked all the way through, and it
was cooked perfectly. That's what you mean. It was cooked perfectly.
Mm-hmm. No.
Oh man, we went to Marley's favorite thing to eat like for her birthday or for anniversaries, things like that, is to go to a hibachi place. And we have one here in Gainesville that we love. So when we do hibachi, we go kind of big and do like New York strip and medium rare, which is like perfect. And they cook it on the flat iron. Oh, it's so good. We went there one time and the couple next to us ordered both their steaks well done. And Marley and I looked at each other and just like, oh God, they're going to be like burnt pieces of beef jerky coming off of that.
And were they?
Oh, they were gross. They looked terrible.
I don't know. The only place you should be eating raw meat is in the bed.
Oh.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Kioski says, slap it on the ass and throw it on a plate. John Gillian is saying steak needs to be a little red.
So is it the texture, the flavor, the color? What freaks you out about medium rare or medium steaks?
It just there was this thing that they invented called fire, and I want fire applied.
The flavor is so much better.
Sizzling. I want it sizzling. I want fire applied to it.
Sizzle, but still have a pink in the middle.
Yeah,
I think we're talking perspectives here. I don't like the meat burnt. I don't want it burnt, but I want it cooked. I want it cooked. I think. Listen, everyone has different stomachs. It's just like we're saying. We're talking about like hands when it comes to guns and things like that. I think we also have different stomachs. And our stomachs know what they want to eat. Yeah, when I ate that thing and my stomach was like, "What are you doing? This is not how we like it." So I'm just saying, pink in the middle. I get the people who are saying pink in the middle, not all the way through. It shouldn't just be cooked on the outside and then everything. Where's the pink in the middle border end?
You can do that. You can do the hand thing where have you ever done this for testing your steaks? Use one hand. You can press here. That's like rare, medium rare. Well done is like your pinky. It's got like no give to it. This is like rare. So that's the push that the steak has. That's how you test it.
I think we lost Joe.
I don't know. I just go with time. I throw it on the grill over medium high heat for 3.5-ish minutes, depending on how it looks. Flip it over for about another 3.5 minutes, maybe.
That sounds good.
And then done.
That sounds good.
Brick says y'all gonna get that Ebola virus. That raw
we're not eating bushmeat over here.
Right? Patient zero in the zombie apocalypse.
We're not eating fire cooked monkey.
Right. So I should probably preference. I don't buy really any steak or any kind of cow meat from a grocery store anymore. I get all my meat is grass fed, locally sourced. So I'm not getting a piece of steak that's been bouncing around with a bajillion other pieces of steak, picking up God knows what over the years. And also part of like the time, like I said on there, depends on the cut of the steak, right? I mean, if it's a really thick fillet, you have to leave it on there just a little bit longer. And then also you take the time over a really high heat to kind of sear the outside edges around the. Anyway, I'm getting hungry now.
Yeah,
but, we need a tank. You and I need to take a trip to the UF cattle. What is it called? Where here in Gainesville, University of Florida has an ag department, and on like once a month on Friday they do they butcher everything and sell. Okay. Yeah, they sell the meat off and everything. So I mean that's about as fresh as you can get it here locally. So we're gonna have to go at some point and pick up some steaks.
Yeah. So we got some questions coming in here. Somebody wants
a great place close to you. While I'm thinking about it, it's in Central Florida. I don't know exactly how far it is from you guys, but it's fairly close. And it's called Pasture Life Farm. And sorry, we're going to come back to it. I'm going to make sure I get this right. We'll come back to it. We'll stick a pin in it.
Yeah, so just to hit on some of these, Frankie
in North Central Florida. This is probably pretty close to us.
Yeah, Frankie Yarborough says, knock the horns off, walk it through a warm room, and bring it to me. Mike Bryan says it should be cooked almost enough to stop bleeding. I edit my sub MOA AK says, what did Patrick eat when he got sick in the car? Don't cook it that way.
The greasy pork drippings on a hot.
Yeah, he had bottom of the pan
greasy crap.
Pork. Yeah, bottom of the pan pulled pork You're better off eating out a hooker.
Seriously, it was that bad. No, it was that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's should be your next shirt right there, Hank.
Yes. So I was right. I didn't want to get it wrong. Pastured Life Farm. So pasturedlife.com. Amazing group of people there. Pro Second Amendment folks. They do everything themselves. It's a family. They've got like 6 kids. And they're out of O'Brien, Florida.
They do a pickup. You can buy steaks from them out of the Root and Pecker parking lot here in Gainesville.
Yes,
like once a month or something, I'm guessing.
And they do like pastured pigs. They do all their own chickens. They do turkeys around Christmas time. They slaughter a bunch of fresh turkeys. Anyway, I know them. They are great people, great family people, and also great liberty-minded folks as well.
I'm going to keep this in mind, and we're going to have to
try. I would buy all my stuff from them if I didn't live like 1,000 miles away. As it stands, I used a place here in Florida, 7 Sons. But anyway.
Okay, so here we go. Walter wants us to know that it was hot that day.
It was,
according to what you guys are saying, that should have cooked it. You know, so Mika said, "What did Hank just say?" I'm not repeating it.
Yeah, that's your new t-shirt.
You're gonna have to rewind.
I'm gonna make a t-shirt out of that.
You're gonna have to rewind to find that out. So let's see. Armory Access says had a friend that raised longhorn cattle and only grass fed them. They tasted more wild and gamey than the local white-tailed deer.
That little bit of gamey taste is good to me. I like it. I need to at some point. I want to try some like fresh venison. I've had previously frozen venison, and it wasn't my favorite thing, but I want to try some fresh venison and see how that is.
Yeah. And someone, I don't want to lose this question. Someone did ask you, Joe, what was the age to buy a handgun there? Because they said it was is it 18? Someone asked that question. There's a whole bunch of stuff scrolling through here right now.
There was a bunch. I think I missed some while I was talking about meat and whatnot. So the age to buy a handgun where in Indiana?
Yeah.
So in Indiana, if it's from a dealer, it's the same federal law, 21. Buying individually from a private seller is 18. And here in Indiana, at 18 years old, you can apply for and get your license to carry a handgun. So 18 years old takes 60 days basically to get it back. 18 years old in 6 months, you can have your license to carry, or not 60 months, 60 days. And yeah, the sky is not falling. It's been like this here for at least 100 years. You can carry into a bar here in Indiana. It's not against
really.
Here in Florida, carry into a bar. Yeah, in Florida,
that's
you can.
So awesome.
Again, the sky's not falling. You saw recently that one drunk boyfriend who went out to his car and got a gun and came back in, and 2 fellow patrons when he came back in to shoot his ex-fiance or ex-fiance, ex-wife. I don't know. There was some kind of relationship between the 2 of them. He came back in to shoot her and her new boyfriend. 2 other patrons in the bar pulled out their guns and he changed his mind pretty quick. So the sky doesn't fall when freedom and liberty get to be exercised.
Yeah,
we've been.
If you can die for your country, you're old enough to defend yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Within your country or anywhere else, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so let's do this before we run out of time. We got to give away stuff. So what do you want to give away first? You want to start from like the patch maybe and work your way up?
Sure. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go to Instagram right now.
Yeah.
And let me bring this up. Oh, wow. I had a lot of notifications while I've been sitting here. This guy is obviously trying to win. All right. Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to take it either. So we have Hank trying to ditch the brony image. Okay. That was from Chris Bullis. So we got John Lane. It's getting Willy Wonka and the Golden Tickets. You guys are crushing this. I like it. Super Justin Dibs. Very cool. Cyto75. Thanks for being on. BP Morris. Y'all are the best. Chris Sig. Podcast 13C. Let's see. We got Top Shelf Tactical commenting. Bish, I will cut you. All right.
That might be a winner.
Yes, I think that is the winner. With
Okay.
a follow up to Uncle Mike for his medium rare for me. All right, yeah, we're gonna go with the I will cut you top shelf tactical.
Okay, awesome. Congratulations to Top Shelf Tactical, who I see here in the chat.
Nice.
Congratulations to you. Everyone who wins needs to go to hankstrange.tv and join the email list there and send us an email through that. And that's how and then also for that you can also go to 13C. Joe, tell them about your thing, because you're going to be sending out that patch, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So I will send, or actually, Top Shelf, if you want to send me a DM there on Instagram, and I will go in there and I will check that out, and then I will get that mailed out to you. This week. What patch does he want? What's his choice? So patch wise, classic 13C, the subdued 13C. I like the gray man one. That's pretty cool. The one you have in your hand. Oh, that's actually I like that too. Ooh. So that one too. So yeah. You know what? There's a twofer. Uncle Mike, I'm going to send you out one of these. Boom. For your comment, I'm going to send you one of these, and Top Shelf, you can pick one of these as well. Okay. So awesome. Congratulations. What do you want to go with? Thank you. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Do you want to do this here in the chat? You want to do the Hank Strange prize package here of all this swag? We could do that next, and we'll save the meat for last. We'll save the meat for last. All right, yes. Here I'm pausing the video here. I'm going through the comments here. All right, locked and loaded, perfect gun room accessory. First strike. First strike was the guy who first strike commented a while ago. Mike Bryant, I need this. My fingers are horrible. Hands, especially in the winter. Yeah. It's we want to spread the love around. That's the thing. We want to spread the love around. Maybe pick a couple of different people, and we'll look in there and see. Or if you come across a good thing, let us know. But we want to make sure that we get it out there. Who moved my swag bag by Care Bear on the Holiday Road? Nice. Okay. Rock the Brony at SHOT Show from Seaple. It's always so hard for me to choose. Something's going to jump out at me here, though, I'm sure. Hank the Brony from Chris Bullis. Nice. Thanks for coming on, supporting Hank. Gator Bait. I like that name. Okay, Gator Bait. That's a cool one. That's a cool one. Bragmo ready for my first win. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Pick 3 of them, and between the 3 of us, we'll figure out which one of those people. Pick 3 ones that you really like, and we'll do it. All right, I'm going to pick Gator Bait just because I love the name. Okay, Gator Bait, okay. All right, we got that. Sorry, Babyface P. I'm going to have to skip you on this. New Lego kits for do I have any new Lego kits for Christmas? I do actually have a couple downstairs. I like that. So James Lawson will throw his name in there. Okay, Gator Bait, James Lawson. Then the third one, Tasman 6955. Okay, Tasman. Okay, I'm gonna go with Gator Bait because I'm in games. And I would pick all of you if I could. All of you if I could. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Gator Bait. What do you think? Baby?
I like Legos. I'm a huge Lego fan, so I go for a Lego comment.
All right, you're gonna. It's gonna be up to you then. Yeah. What do you want to do? You have to pick someone. We're giving away stuff. We got more days to give away stuff. All right. So here's what I'm gonna. I mean, you guys really won't be able to see it, but I don't have a coin, but I do have a patch. So I'm gonna flip the patch, and if it lands on this side, we're going with Gator Bait. If it lands on this side, we're going with Lego Comet. Yeah. Who gets it? It landed 13C side up. Okay, so that's
Gator Bait gets it, right?
There you go. So yes, congratulations, said, right? Congratulations to Gator Bait. You got it. Hopefully you haven't won anything. Congratulations to you. Go through hankstrange.tv, send us an email, tell us that you won, when you won, your address, stuff like that, and we'll get back to you. That's the way to do it. Okay, we got one more to do. We're going to Facebook, right? Yes, we're going to Facebook. So all right. So this is the meat. This is the meat. This is for the meat. The meats are getting you to the Tyven show. Yes. Again, thank you. And whose meat is it? Is it Tyven's? It is meat? Omaha. It is Tyven's meat. It is also Omaha Steaks meat. So there's the Omaha Steak package. Way better than a hooker's meat.
I wouldn't know.
Back up that one.
All right, so let's go through here. We got
lots of good comments in there. I'm going to go through and like everyone's comments.
This is our piece. We have the meats.
Who said that? Who said that?
Mike Bryant.
That's pretty good.
My little brony Hank, another comment of that. Tim commented on that, so I can't pick him because that's his meat. Omaha Steaks, I'm in dibs. Okay, going to IG. That is Justin. Oh, and we're also very pretty. Sorry, Hank, you're just okay though.
That's a good one.
Now here we go. Corey Williams. Now he's trying to win this here because he's got a picture of somebody slicing meat that is about medium rare. That looks delicious.
Oh, so did that get you?
Ooh, that's
pretty good.
You see the animated GIF there? I like that a lot.
When you take the time to post it, there you go.
When you take the time to post that, I think that's the winner. I mean, like I said,
I believe that's a lady, if I'm not mistaken.
Who is it?
Yeah, I think that's Christopher Williams' wife. I think so.
Corey Williams.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. I clicked on the profile.
I believe
here.
that's one of my. It's one of my female.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool.
Yes,
very cool.
So I try to keep tracks.
I wasn't sure with the name Corey, and there's the husband and wife in the photo there. So, but yeah, perfect.
Okay,
awesome.
Congratulations to you guys. You get is it Omaha Steaks?
She's getting Tyven's meat.
Yeah, Tyven is sending his meat to you. You might want to get the hooker meat, but by the way, this is the container of bullets of 308 that Babyface was sending.
I don't need the ammo. I just want the container. Like, seriously, I just want that container.
I think I saw this when I was over there.
Did you really?
I think so, man. It looks really familiar, but I didn't realize what it was. So
7,500 rounds of 308 or 7.62.
Yeah, awesome.
So,
congratulations to everyone that won there.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and thank you, Hank, for bringing us into this giveaway. We appreciate it. Thanks again, the Tyven Show. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. I hope everyone's happy out there. We still have stuff to give away. And on the 17th, what's today's date anyway?
12th.
Okay. So Monday the 17th.
Yeah. On the 17th, we're giving away an AR. Yeah. There's lots of people doing things, but we haven't made any decisions. Richard Hughes is,
he's killing it right now. He's killing it. That's the only way to put it.
Richard Hughes went nuclear. He went nuclear.
Did he do something new today?
I don't know if he did something new today, but it seems like every day he's doing 2 or 3 or 4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, and he's apparently got a lot of time.
Yeah,
a lot of time out there. He's fighting for it, but the decision is not made. Walter makes that decision. Mike from ATI Outdoors makes that decision. If a tiebreaker situation comes in, then I will come in there and, put the foot down. But it's really going to be Walter and Mike, and we haven't made any decisions. We see that there's other people out there doing things, and we appreciate it. So it's not over. You've got you got 5 days. 5 days. Do something cool, put it out there. You never know what that's going to do. So let's see. All right, I think that's it. I don't know. Were there any other new stuff that we did not get into?
No, we're bumping up to the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there was one thing I was going to say about Barnauls. Here, I'm going to put this up there for you guys.
They also have a barrel. Kiaski just posted. They also have a barrel of XM 855, 12,500 rounds for $3,500.
Okay, check out what I just put here.
For
this is a quick last thing.
12,500.
12,500 for how much?
3,500.
3,500. Check this out. Okay, so you guys saw that we did that 22 from Barnauls. We built a bullpup out of it. It's not on YouTube because they keep attacking the video. You can find it on Gunstreamer and it's on other places. However,
somebody finally brought out a takedown.
Yeah, Barnauls now is doing a takedown, a Ruger 1020 takedown receiver. That is awesome.
Because if I were to build a 1022, I want to build a takedown. I love the takedown.
They're coming out with one. So nice. I didn't want to end the night without pointing that out because that's actually pretty good news. Yeah. I think that's a cool thing out there. So congratulations to them for coming out on that one. Okay, I think that's it. I don't know if you guys have anything. Maybe we should wrap it up here. Babyface, what's going on with you? What do you want the folks to know about out there?
Got something new in. We're not quite there yet, but I got a low profile rail mount for my RMR, and we're going to be working with it to try to get it onto the AK, the crank. But unfortunately, I left the little rail section in Tampa, so it's going to be a couple weeks. But it's on the way. Something I'm working on is on the way. But that's it for me.
Okay, you can't get the folks to mail it to you. They will curse your name if they have to go to the post office.
I know. That's why I was like, we're gonna be there next week for Christmas, anyways.
Oh, okay, true. Yeah,
that's it for me.
Yes, make sure you check out Babyface on IG.
Yes.
What's your IG?
A lot. Baby_face P. It's just guns and dogs. That's pretty much it. It's pictures of neckbone, #neckbone, and pictures of guns. That's
here's what you should do, Babyface. On Fridays, 13C Joe has like a live thing. Maybe you can jump on there for a little.
Oh, hell yeah, I will.
Yeah, come on over. Fridays, 8 Central, 9 Eastern. So as soon as you're done here, boom, hit
straight over.
Let's see, I tagged you in here. That's the quickest way to get to it. Where's there? Boom.
All right, no,
don't remove the tag. Go. There we go. There he is. So cool. Sorry, it wanted to remove the tag. No, don't do that.
Look at that logo.
Look at that.
I'll come watch.
Yeah. The only thing is that beard should be blonde.
Yeah, there's neckbone.
Look at that.
Look at me. Just hamming it up
for any other reason. You got to follow. Oh God, I didn't like that picture for some reason. All right, there we go. You got. That's reason enough, right there.
Yeah.
You don't see another reason.
All right, Joe. What's going on with you, man? What do you want the people to know? Final pitch here.
So what's going on with me? Soon the Bushnell Forge video will be out. Hopefully within the next week. I'm just waiting for a little bit more weather to cooperate, and also to cooperate on days that I'm actually not working. It's been crazy trying to get this time of year before Christmas ramps up for me at work, so I stay crazy busy. But anyway, so this guy on this Savage 110 Tactical is going to be happening. We're going to be shooting it anywhere from 100 yards out to 450 yards for the Bushnell part, and then hopefully we'll push it out a little further than that for the actual rifle video. Other than that, there's actually hit up 13C Swag Shop. Look at this. You want some Christmas time goodness? 13C American Christmas Custom Fight Soap. This company, I think, is even out of business. I don't know what the hell's happening with those people. But we still have like a dozen or so bars that we got up on the website for sale.
Yeah, that's guaranteed to make you tall and skinny and blue-eyed, right?
Yes, and smell fantastic. Fantastic. Is that rifle enormous or are you small? So yeah,
why not?
This is the longest extension they have on there. The stock is customizable. They got that AccuFit. So I have the longest extension on there for the longest length of pull because I got long arms. I'm 6'3", I got long arms. And then the barrel on this is like 20 bajillion inches. I think it's 24 inches. It might be 26. But it's the freaking longest barrel I've got on anything other than I think one of those old Mausers or Mosins I got. Anyway, 6.5 Creedmoor. You want to get it out there, so that's why I got it. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far I'm really happy with this thing. I don't want to speak out of turn because I got some more work to do with it, but so far I'm really happy with what I'm seeing out of it. So
awesome.
There's that, and if you're a really big fan of the channel and you want to pick up something really cool that we haven't done before, Mrs. 13C made a handful of these. These are handmade 13C Christmas ornaments.
Oh, what?
And they are up. They are up on 13c.bigcartel.com.
Yeah.
And so those are pretty neat, and I'm really
tell Wani I said, "Hey, Senorita, glad to meet you." And then I would get smacked, smacked down on social media. Shout out to the family though.
Thank you, and same to you. And tell Juanita, or tell Lola Juanita says hello as well. And as always, she always asks about the goats. She is infatuated with the goat situation.
Oh, they're good. They're good. Like I said, I have a lesbian harem running around there, so they're good. I'm gonna wrap it up before I get into any trouble. I just want to remind everyone, guys, subscribe, ring the bell, all that kind of stuff is important. We need to try to grow the lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded here, so that's really important, so that you know that we're doing this. Especially if you're watching it later or you're thinking you're not getting notified, you need to ring that bell.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Make sure that you follow 13C Gun Reviews. Make sure you follow Babyface P. There he goes. There's Babyface P. There's 13C Gun Reviews. We are out of here. See you guys tomorrow.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.